Texas. He's with us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Tony, good afternoon. What's happening today?
Christopher, I had a question for you regarding baseball and the trade deadline after the Nationals traded for, I think, in your and I opinion, a little bit more of an established closer when you're going to need one in October in Herrera. And I recall a conversation that you had with Steve Phillips in the beginning of the season where you guys thought that maybe trades would come a little bit early this season, trade deadline-wise, and not really wait to the actual deadline because you have a lot more teams that are going the tanking route. And I was wondering if you think that yesterday's trade is going to spur something started here and get the stovetop going a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think, listen, Machado's going to probably get traded. You got to look at the bad teams. And right now, you have some bad teams. The Royals are a bad team.
A lot of bad teams.
Yeah, the Royals are bad. Baltimore is a terrible team, so they're going to unload if they can. Toronto.
Machado should go to Atlanta, by the way. I think it's Machado. I think Atlanta. I don't know if you've broken down Atlanta on the MLB network, but, you look at Atlanta's farm system. They're number 2 in baseball, Americas, and all the rankings. They have a lot of arms that it wouldn't really hurt them in the pocket if they traded him for Machado. And you put Machado as a rental in that lineup in a very suspect division with what Atlanta has, and you figure they're gonna go down after the All-Star break.
No, he's gonna go to third base because they have Swanson at shortstop, so he's gonna go to third base. But go ahead if you in fact you jam there.
I just think that if you're going to go as far as a rental, I don't know why they keep bringing up the Cubs, because the Cubs need pitching down the road. They can't get sandbagged the way that they did for Chapman, what Cashman did on him with Chapman, and how they're paying the price for that now. I don't think Addison Russell is enough to really stir the pot. So I think that if Baltimore really wants to do justice, they will and trade him to a rental. I think Atlanta makes the most sense. I understand that they would have to move him, but that's a good problem to have. I don't see the Phillies, Chris. I just don't see that happening. But if he's going to go, or St. Louis would make a lot more sense. I just don't know that they have what Atlanta has to make that
I think there's some truth. I think there's some truth to that. I think Machado to the Braves could be a factor. I agree. Yes, Steve. How are you today? Okay?
Chris, I'm doing well. You?
I'm not bad. The sheriff is coming. There's a sheriff in town.
That's what I heard, yeah.
New sheriff coming to town.
Yeah, we're all on the lookout.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Take cover.
I'm in good shape, but there is a sheriff on its way.
Have you ever been in bad shape?
Yes, I have.
Not really. Not in recent memory.
What is the point that you're trying to make?
It's just
I don't know what I speak of. As far as bad shape is concerned.
No, I'm just In other words, you haven't had it rough in a long time.
So I'm becoming soft in my old age.
No, not at all.
How's your cold?
I don't feel bad. It might sound worse than it is.
You sound terrible.
Terrible's a little harsh.
But you feel okay overall?
I feel okay, yeah.
I'm very good.
Just a little nuisance more than anything else.
I would, let's see. I want deGrom going to the Red Sox. That's what I want to see.
The Red Sox ain't getting him.
Yeah, but they do. They're going to win the pennant. He would be, boy, how about him, Sale, and Price? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty good.
That'd be an issue.
Even the Yankees would have trouble with that one. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yes, I would.
Yes, you would.
Absolutely.
Did you have a problem with the idea that Soto, who did not play on May 15th, hit the homer last night to win the game?
People were making a big deal. What are you going to do? Sit there? I mean, that's how baseball is.
The game was a suspended game, and the roster from May 15th was a different roster than it was on June 19th.
But, I mean, can't you say that about anything? I mean, a guy was injured, and then all of a sudden he's playing later in the year. I mean, I don't know. It's just
so you didn't have a problem?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had.
No.
Didn't have a problem with that. Very good.
Boy, he can hit. Jeez.
You can. They're going to let Harper go because of that. I really, and I'll tell you, the Dodgers are playing well. They got a 2-out, 2-run double.
That's a huge hit. That's 8 out of 10 now. They're sort of getting it together.
No, that's a huge hit for them who needed that in a word. That's a tremendous
hit. And it takes the pressure off tonight a little bit. You don't have to. The possibility of getting swept.
That's a great hit.
Yeah,
it's a big hit. Good job. Steve's got a sports bike. Grant in a sec here on Mad Dog Unleashed.
Mad Dog Sports Radio.